This is actually a long story. I should say life takes me around in my career development. To make it short, I actually have a background in building structure engineering. I did my master degree doing research on using finite element method of dynamic analysis of tall buildings in earthquakes. So when I applied for the PhD in University of Sydney, they have a suitable project of using finite element analysis in geotechnical engineering. So I was successful in that application. So that's why I conducted my PhD research in geotechnical engineering. But I actually shouldn't say I have strong background in that because my undergraduate and master degree actually not related to geotechnical engineering. And similarly, after I complete my PhD, I applied for a long-term academic position. The University of Technology Sydney had a position available in construction management. So I applied and I was successful. That's how I shifted my research from civil engineering to construction management. And because I'm familiar with using digital technology and computers to conduct research, so after I shifted to construction management, I look at using digital tools to improve the efficiency of the construction process. And I guess that's how I come to now. I conduct the research of using digital tools in the construction industry. Yeah. I conducted, or I should say, I supervised many students, conducted many smaller scale projects related to building information modeling, digital twin technologies. But the most um, impactful one should be the current project we're doing. Last year, I was involved in two large ARC research projects. ARC is Australia Research Council. Um, so one is called ARC Research Center. The other one is ARC Training Center. Sorry, one is ARC Research Hub, and the other is ARC Training Center. And the Research Hub is about human-robot teaming, more focused on digital tools. And the other one is on net zero carbon buildings. And my project actually fits in both because we combined with along with an industry partner, we conduct research of using the most advanced technologies like AI, machine learning to improve the building management system of a building to optimize the energy consumption. So this will help the building to optimize the energy or resource allocation and reduce the carbon emissions. So currently, we are doing projects related to hotels and also aged care facilities in Sydney. Um, because there were many research already carried out in commercial buildings and residential buildings, so now we are focusing on the hotels and also the aged care facilities because of the aging population. This actually in Sydney, there were many aged care facility needs updating of their building management system, and also because the aged people they're in these aged care facilities, they cannot manually to use the control system. So that means this kind of smart technology is even more important for them. Yeah, I guess that's a project will have some long-lasting impact to the society. Many years ago, when we started with building information modeling, the data interoperability is uh, is a challenging problem. Um, I think the main thing of BIM is to improve the communication between different softwares, so the data transfer will be smoother. So many years passed. I still think that's an obstacle, because we have so many applications, softwares, but how the data can be transferred in between, still a challenge. But there were opportunities here. Now we have more advanced technologies. So hopefully, we could have more smart ways to transfer the data. So I think we still need to focusing on improving the data transfer between different softwares so we can link them together and make them function more smoothly. Yeah, the mental health issue actually, I started um, to put my attention to it from a personal experience because my son has a childhood friend committed suicide. The family actually very close to us, so that's quite shocking. Um, so that's actually outside of my research. It's just a personal experience, and just happened at that time, my colleagues who has a very strong social science research background invited me to join him to supervise a PhD student whose research topic is on mental health of young construction workers. I accepted immediately because the personal experience gave me the alarm. It shows that we shouldn't be just focusing on the technical issues of how to improve the efficiency of the construction industry. We could look at the social aspects, the workers' well-being, etc., because that's also related to how to improve the construction industry. So I guess that's how we started, or I started in doing research in these areas. Yeah. I shouldn't take too much credit on our research outcome because that's mainly our PhD students' research findings. But the interesting thing we did in these aspects is, well, many people when they do the mental health issue, they focus on the negative thing. They focus on depression, anxiety, and then they evaluate how bad you are. Our PhD student use the new aspects. They look at the positive side. So he developed a scale framework to look at the positive mental health. I think that's a very good way to encourage a positive mental health in the construction industry because you know you know how good you are rather than wait till people slip into that uh, mental health problem and then measure how bad you are. So I think that's probably the important findings or contributions in these aspects. Gender issue in construction is not a new topic because we always know in this industry we have very few females. Recent years, the Australian government actually put lots of effort to support women in construction industry because the industry has a very serious skill shortage. And if we just focus on attracting males, it's basically we're losing 50% of the population. So the government set up fundings to support females to come to construction industry. And I and my colleagues obtained a large $2.3 million government funding, conducting research and also some community events to support women in construction. So in this research project, again, my research students used the machine learning method to extract data from LinkedIn profile to compare male and female's career development. How long take male and females to get promoted, what positions they held, what education or training they went through. So it's a data-driven approach and use the machine learning and AI technology to analyze the data. The details funding, I suppose, it's better to read the publications we already reported. But I think I can share one piece here. It's we found, interestingly, when female wants to advance their career, they tend to get more education. They will get more training, certificate, higher degrees. When male, they want to get promoted, they go out to network people. They go pubs to have a beer with their mates. So that actually shows something. It shows that males have that time to go out to meet their colleagues and develop their professional relationships outside of the work. But females probably they have to come home to support their children, their family. So they rarely go out to do the professional networking afterwards. But they rather to just do an online course or to get some certificate and use that to apply for promotion. So there was some interesting findings, and this actually gave us some hint how we can set up strategies to support women to develop in their career. Okay, I think this world now give young people lots of distractions. So if I could give one piece of advice to my students, I hope they could know what they're doing and know why they're doing it and focus on what they're doing. Because I found many of them sometimes will get distracted halfway and couldn't finish what they initially want to do. So that's probably my suggestion.